Good day. How are you? I'm glad you're well. I hope you're well. Okay. Anyway, today I'm going to be reading some r/entitled people, read by Red. Let's get started with our first story. Burglar calls the cops because the homeowner wasn't doing things right. At the time this happened, my friend was raising her child by herself in a suburb of Texas. The area they lived in wasn't particularly safe with wild beasties of both human and animal kinds, so friend armed herself with a small pistol and took some gun safety classes to protect her small family. The years go by, child is now 5, and there were a series of break-ins in the neighborhood. So friend hired a security company to install security cameras around her home. One day while reviewing footage, friend noticed a strange man lurking around the house. He seemed to wander around a bit and then wandered away, so friend shrugged and carried on with her day. Nothing to worry about, right? Turns out she was wrong. A few days later, friend was working in her home office and saw the same guy walking down her driveway, opened the gate and entered her backyard. Friend realized the kitchen door was open. Child was playing in the living room. Friend grabbed her gun from her purse and ran to the kitchen and got there as the guy calmly walked through her back door. Guy sauntered in and looked around the room to see friend standing there with her gun pointed at him. Guy froze. "Who the hell are you? And why are you in my house?" Guy gulped, grabbed his phone, and dialed 911. "Help, I'm standing in his kitchen and some crazy bitch has a gun pointed at me." Friend was stunned, but didn't put her gun down while calmly telling child to go play in their room and then stood there, not moving while staring the guy down, who refused to leave. "You are gonna get it when the cops show up, you bitch. You're in my house. Get the F out." The guy actually stayed, just standing there until the police came into the kitchen. Guy saw the cops and started screaming, "Arrest her! She's crazy! Look at the gun she has on me!" Friend put down her gun and started shaking. "This is my house! You broke in!" Cops stopped and stared, looked at the guy. You broke in?" "Well, her door was open and then she pulled a gun on me. That's not how it works. Arrest her for having a gun." "I have a license, and this is Texas, you idiot." Cops arrested the guy, who was still howling how friend didn't do it right. Apparently she wasn't a proper victim. Lamau. Friend gave the cops a copy of the video of him sniffing around earlier in the week. She never heard anything back from them, so she figured he went to jail. What an idiot. Okay, time for the next idiot. "I thought we were touching each other inappropriately." My friend was about 8 months pregnant. She was huge. I loved watching her waddle. It was kind of cute. I went to Walmart with her because she needed a few things and needed help carrying them. Then enters the dreaded Karen. "Aw, you're pregnant." My friend looks at her belly, and I should mention my friend is sarcastic, smartass as it gets. "Well, what do you know? I am." Me just standing there holding things. "I want to touch your belly." "No, you're not." Karen gives her a look. "What do you mean? I can't touch your belly?" "Because I said so. Just try it and see what happens." Apparently this Karen was dumb enough to take the bait and touched my friend's pregnant belly. At the moment Karen's hand touched my friend's pregnant belly, my very pregnant friend grabbed Karen's butt and gave it a squeeze. I lost it because Karen's face got this horrified look of shock and she did this banshee scream. "Ah! What the F is wrong with you? Why did you just grab my ass?" "Oh, I thought we were inappropriately touching each other. I mean, I asked you and told you not to touch me, but you did anyways. So, since you can touch me, I can touch you, right? I mean, that's your logic." I was speechless and gasping for air from laughing. Some bystanders had even started laughing. Karen was literally speechless, like a fish out of water. My very pregnant friend just looked at me and said, "Let's go." I don't think I have ever enjoyed a Walmart trip as much as I did this one. How freaking entitled is that woman to think she can just touch another person's body without their permission? And now, our last story for the day. Entitled Karen Pushes Me Out of Electric Cart. So this just happened at my local grocery store, and I am still fuming over it. For reference, I have a hereditary connective tissue disorder that makes my tendons, ligaments, skin, some veins, and other connective tissue very loose and stretchy. This causes chronic pain, frequent dislocations, hyperextensions, and generally loose joints. I also have a degenerative disc disease and comorbid form of dysautonomia that makes my heart race every time I'm standing and can eventually cause me to pass out if I'm standing for too long. I can walk, but I have to use a cane when I do because I can't walk very well or for very long. My knees don't like to support my body weight, and I can very easily dislocate a knee or a hip if I step ever so slightly wrong or happen to trip over anything. Because of this, I tend to use my wheelchair for longer outings. Thankfully, my local grocery store has those electric carts that customers can ride around on in the store, so I don't have to go to the trouble of hauling my wheelchair out of the car and can just use one of those. So, I'm in the store doing some grocery shopping, minding my own business. I wasn't even really paying attention to the people around me because I just wanted to get what I needed and get out. One of the items I needed happened to be on the top shelf, so I got up out of the electric cart to get it off the shelf. The next thing I know, this flipping Karen flips her lid because those carts are for people who need them, not kids who just want to take them for a joyride. I should add here that if you don't know me or you've never seen me attempt to walk, there doesn't appear to be anything wrong with me. Other than the way I walk, I look perfectly healthy to the casual observer. Now, I get this kind of thing all the time when I'm using one of the store's electric carts, so I just rolled my eyes and told her that I do need it and started to move along to get the rest of my shopping done. Surprise, surprise, that wasn't the end of it. The next thing I know, this donkey's hands were on my shoulders, and she gave me a hefty shove and pushed me so hard I fell out of the cart. Now I'm just sitting there on the floor stunned while this woman yells obscenities at me in between generally incoherent ramblings about dumbass college kids. Thankfully at this point, my boyfriend came back from grabbing milk. He rounded the corner into the aisle and saw what was going on, and from the look on his face, I'm surprised he didn't deck that donkey. The subsequent argument went something like this. "Excuse me? What the F do you think you're doing? This little brat thinks it's okay to steal carts from disabled folks. He is disabled, you frickin' donkey. I saw him get up to reach for something. He's obviously faking it. You thick donkey brain. You think just because he can stand means he doesn't need a cart, and you think that gives you the right to assault him? What the hell is wrong with you?" Boyfriend then proceeds to ask me if I want him to call the cops. Lady starts freaking out over the possibility of actual real live assault charges, and I guess the commotion was enough that at that point one of the store's managers decided to get involved. He sees me on the floor and asks what's going on, and when my boyfriend explained what had happened, also asked me if I wanted to call the authorities. At this point I had had enough. I was pretty shaken up and on the verge of crying, which I don't like to do in public, and just wanted to go home. At the end of all this, the store manager comped my groceries, banned Karen from the store, and told me he would make sure that all the other stores from the chain that were in the area did too. I've had people give me the side eye or go so far as to chide me for using the store's electric carts before, but I have never had anyone put their hands on me until now. It makes me so mad because this woman literally just saw me stand up to reach something, and apparently that was reason enough for her to feel the need to physically remove me from the mobility aid I was using. Now, like I said, To the casual observer, I don't look disabled. Unless you saw me walking or saw me dislocate something, you probably wouldn't know there was anything wrong with me. It just makes me so angry because people ought to know that invisible illnesses exist and that not all disabilities can be outwardly seen. Also, just because someone can stand up doesn't mean they don't need a wheelchair. It's not like only people who are paralyzed have the right to use one. And even if I was just a dumbass college kid taking an electric cart for a spin, that still doesn't give someone the right to push me out of it. If you think I shouldn't be using it, you go get a manager or something. Or better yet, mind your own damn business and finish your own damn shopping. I shouldn't have to explain my disability to everyone who sees me using a mobility aid. That happens a lot, even when I'm just using my cane. Random strangers will ask me what happened or how I hurt myself. My go-to answer shut down for that now is, I was born. And I especially shouldn't have to fear for my physical safety every time I need to go grocery shopping. I hope you enjoyed that r/entitled people, read by me, Red. Please give it a like because I know you did enjoy it, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.